Quick Invoice is accessible both from the Quick Launch button on the dashboard and the left-hand side menu. I'll use the Quick Launch button to access it. Here, it takes me to an Add Quick Invoice page. This is where I can create a quick invoice for a customer. Location tells me the location profile for the customer I am making this for. I can select the payment options for CC Deposit Account and ACH Deposit Account from my merchant profile. If I don't want to offer one of these options to the customer, I can select None. For this example, I'll choose both. I can link a quick invoice to a contact, which allows the contact to make payments for multiple invoices from the same payments page. So if a contact has 3 invoices due, they can view all 3 and pay for one or more, partially or in full. We will add the contact. Next, I'll give the quick invoice a title, which will appear on the invoice and reporting. The invoice number will be automatically generated. I'll set the due date for tomorrow, but I'll also set the expiry date to the end of the month to allow a grace period for payment after the due date. We'll enter the customer's email address. To bill the total amount due, I'll add line items, such as one item for $2 and another item for $3. I can also apply discounts if necessary. For example, we'll add a $1 discount for this case. The additional settings allow me to set notification preferences. I'll set the notification of the due date to 0, since I'm sending it today. The notification of the expired date will be 7 days. I'll allow partial payment and set a minimum payment of $2. For this payment, I'm not going to allow overpayment. The bank funded only option is industry specific, and I'll leave it as follow deposit account setting. Optionally, I can add a 200-character note to provide additional information about the transaction. Lastly, I'll assign a unique Quick Invoice API ID to prevent duplicates and enable future reference for this invoice. After saving the Quick Invoice, it shows Quick Invoice saved successfully, and I can see it on my location with the due and expiry dates, amount due, and remaining balance. Next, let's look at the Quick Invoice email notification. It lists the merchant's location name and will also be included in the email body. It includes the invoice number, due date, total amount due, and the payment link. The note I added is also part of the email. I'll open up the payment link to view the quick invoices. As a contact, I see 3 quick invoices, including the one I just created. It shows the invoice number, due date, total amount, and balance. I can view line items by clicking View and see payment options for both CC and ACH. I can select all 3 invoices and click Pay to proceed. On the payment page, I can choose to pay with a card or ACH and enter in my details. Partial payments are allowed for 2 invoices, but the third requires full payment. After paying, I can see the payment status for each invoice. Returning to Quick Invoices, I can see the status has changed for each invoice, reflecting the payments made. Additionally, as a merchant on the location, I can view the transactions and see the detailed information of each payment.